Back to the last word. Today we are talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. Can you win a championship with Luka as your big dog? Let's think about this. 30 point per game scorer, elite playmaker, controls tempo like a veteran, playoff performer, and he's gone deep into the playoffs many times early into his career. And you still have these question marks. Why are the Lakers still not performing at a level that will convince you to believe that they're able to go deep into the playoffs or even be a title contending team? Kern, what is wrong with these Lakers? I mean, you got a healthy Luka, a healthy LeBron, and a healthy Reeves. What do you say about these Lakers and Luka? Like, was Nico Harrison really right about this? I don't know. I don't know.
Luka is an absolute outstanding talent, right? And it's tough because you see his individual skill, what he's able to do offensively, what he's able to create and produce for the Lakers. But James Harden, when we saw James Harden, he was with Houston at his peak. That individual ability doesn't lead to team success.
Wow.
And playing any type of team sport, you understand that when you got players just standing around one player long enough, you're gonna get dismotivated. You're gonna not necessarily have the same energy level towards the game. You get the same enthusiasm. You're not gonna necessarily give that 110% effort because you're gonna say to yourself a lot of the time, "What's the point?" Because you know what's gonna happen. This guy's dribble, and then he may give it up, but there's a lot of that standing around and watching that comes with a James Harden, with a Luka Doncic. The unfortunate part too, however, with both guys is not both play little defense, and that's fine for the regular season in the NBA for most cases, right? But when it comes to the playoffs, we know what happens. Guys like that get exposed, and those teams never win finals.
How do you attract players to LA now? I mean, yes, you got good weather, yeah. And of course, you got all the actresses and all the stars, yeah. But when it comes down to winning ball games, not so much. And like you said, if you're going to be going to LA to play alongside Luka, you can expect to play, like you said, 50% of the times you're gonna go, all out, or you're not gonna go all out. Like, what would you say? How can people get? Just it's safe. Don't worry. I see it perfect, Karen. Don't worry. I see it. You're perfect. You're perfect. Don't worry. You're perfect. You're perfect.
Okay.
Okay. What was I saying? Yeah. Okay. So, Karen, how can LA attract good players to play with Luka? I mean, yeah, we got the nice weather, and yeah, it's a place where stars are dominating the place. Man, you have a lot of opportunities to make, but only if you are shining. If you are a star player, is Luka the player that you want to play with based upon what you just said? Most of the time, it's going to be like James Harden back in the days, dribble, shoot, or dribble. You might get the pass deep into the shot clock. Like, this is going to be a big problem moving forward for the Lakers because LeBron is at the tail end of his career, and Reeves and Luka are going to be left in your backcourt. That recipe right there is disaster.
Rob Pelinka is giving you no reason to believe that he's going to be able to create the right team around Luka.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll start there.
I agree.
Most Luka Doncic defenders will say yes, he has to have a certain team built around him, and then they'll reference the Dallas team that was able to make that one run to the finals. But people often forget on that run to the finals, every matchup they had, that team they was either the star player or the second best player. So it was a very, very friendly and lucky, or no, let's not say luck. Let's say a very well carved path to the finals for that Dallas team. So with that being said, now right off the bat, the Lakers have a huge issue. They have a LeBron issue, right? Because if all this little buzz about whether LeBron may still want to come to LA, or that Lakers nightmare, LeBron coming back. For as good and as great as he's been for 20 plus years, he doesn't fit around Luka. Luka cannot have any defensive liabilities around him. He needs to have four strong. I love the early 2000s Allen Iverson teams where everyone knew their role. Hey, listen here. I'm not touching the ball. I'm here to get rebounds, get him the ball, and if I'm wide open or Faith has an opportunity for me, that I get to shoot. In this modern NBA, you gotta have guys shoot threes or at least open threes. So Luka needs to be surrounded by 4 3-point shooting defenders. Austin Reeves does not fit that description. If the Lakers put pen to paper and signed Austin Reeves, they have literally signed themselves a death notice of during the Luka Doncic era, they will never make a finals. You cannot have those two guys in the backcourt. A lot of people will look at it and say, hey, let's be honest. Playing the game of basketball from the time as a little kid, who did you always attack? You attack the white boys, right? If there was a white boy out there, you're attacking him. And unfortunately, not much changes in the NBA. And to have two of them in the back on the wing, that is a death sentence for a team.
Well, I look at it like this, Karen. Luka and Reeves going side by side as your backcourt. I think Nico Harrison might look like a genius right about now. He's left LA, or potentially left LA in a state of emergency. Because if we're looking at LeBron leaving at the end of this year, and players, just like you just outlined clearly, and if you're a superstar, you got to really ask yourself, if you don't get traded there, are you really looking to sign there as a free agent, or do you want to sign there as a marquee superstar and say, you know what, let me go play with Luka? Not so much. Zero defense. Then you look at Austin Reeves, zero defense. LeBron James, 41 years old, does what he can and does, he does make play on defense, and he can still give you something on defense, but you can't expect LeBron at 41 to go all out. I feel sorry for Rob Pelinka, not really, but he kind of created this mess, So I'm thinking that Luka Doncic, here's a question. Does he get that big contract that Dallas wasn't willing to pay him?
He's going to get it in LA for sure. They're going to do it because at his age, his abilities, they're going to do it. To me, the real test is the Austin Reeves. What do you do there? Do you find a sign and trade? He's gotta be moved. As good as he may be at times, with the ball in his hand, scoring
it's
and
too
stuff.
late. Is he exposed? Do they know what he is? And does that devalue him? You're going to have to package him up some way, somehow, because an Austin Reeves, like you said, is great, but zero defense. And you said it. When you're playing against a certain team, what do? You attack the weakest link. Austin Reeves, unless he's going to get favorable calls from the referees, what is he out there on defense? Luka's 12.
Yeah, and one might say that Luka's even a weaker link, right? Ooh. So to have two absolutely blatantly porous defensive players in your backcourt, how could this team go up against OKC? How could this team go up against
Spurs?
Spurs. How could this team go? They're just. It's unfortunate. Again, people love the name. They love the highlights. They love the the swagger of Luka, and too often people forget NBA when it comes down to it. It's about defense in the playoffs. OKC showed us that last year. Bring out fresh bodies who can run around, play defense, get up in your grill. Yeah, and you make some timely shots. And if you have that go-to guy, you can go far in this league.
Well, you can go far, but the Lakers aren't going far, right?